Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Tim with Cereba AI. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to test your new AI that you just created with Cereba. So this is only gonna take about 5 minutes. We're gonna create 2 really simple workflows. Each of them only have one trigger and one action. So they're really simple, and I'm gonna walk you through every step. So by the end of this, not only will you be able to send yourself text messages and schedule appointments and all of that for testing, but you actually will have everything that you need set up so that you can do it with real live customers. All you have to do is turn it on, and I'll show you how to do that at the end. So let's get to it. All right, so up to this point, you have created your AI core in Cereba. You've set up your sales process, all of that good stuff in Cereba. If you haven't done that, jump over to Cereba.ai and get that set up, and then meet me back here. All right, so once we finish everything, we've connected to HighLevel, we've done the whole AI process, we've authenticated with HighLevel. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create 2 really simple workflows in HighLevel. So first, we want to receive the message from HighLevel so that we can process it in Cereba. And then we need one more workflow that's actually going to send the message out to your clients, to your contacts. So let's make the process message first. So we're going to go to your workflows, automation workflows. In HighLevel, you're going to click create a workflow. And then we're going to start from scratch because, like I said, it's just 2 simple steps. And we'll call this one Cereba process message. Boom. All right, so we just have one trigger at the top here to launch everything. The trigger that we're going to use for this is customer replied. So the way this works is anytime somebody sends you a message, we're going to have that message be processed by Cereba so that we can send a reply using AI. But we do want to control a couple things here. We want to control to make sure they're only part of your Cereba campaign is what we're calling it. And the way that we do that is just by adding a couple simple filters here. And what this does is it makes it so you're only sending messages to the people that you want to send messages to, or AI messages. So we do that so you're only sending AI messages to the people that you want to send AI messages to. You're not trying to schedule appointments or book appointments with your existing customers, for example. So we'll set the first one up here. So the first one is reply channel, right? So we only want to handle replies for SMS messages is what we're going to use here. And you can really use whatever channel that you want to use that's set up for Cereba. Okay, so next, we're going to look at the Cereba campaign. And here's where we're going to limit, there it is. Here's where we're going to limit the people that are going to come into this workflow. And in this case, it's only going to apply to your test campaign, right? So we're going to use contains phrase, and we can put anything that we want in here for the campaign name. For this one, I'm going to put test campaign. And you're going to do that as well for your test campaign. And then you just hit enter, and then it'll only allow contacts to enter this workflow if they are part of that Cereba test campaign that we're setting up. And I'll get to where we update that in just a few moments. So we'll save that. Now we need one simple webhook action. So we're going to do webhook. We're going to put that here. And then we just need to add our webhook URL. The webhook URL is in the instructions that you had whenever you found this video. So we're going to pop that in here. api.cereba.ai/message/new. And then we're going to save that. Cool. And then what we'll do is we'll just give this a name. Send to Cereba. Boom. Great. And then we're going to go ahead and save this. And again, it's only going to pull people in here when they're part of this reply channel SMS, and they're part of our Cereba campaign contains test campaign. So we're good to go ahead and publish this, and we know nobody is going to come into this campaign. If you want to do them, if you want to publish them all at the end, that's fine too, but we don't have to worry about that. Great. So next, we're going to create an additional workflow. Second workflow, super easy again, is to send the message. Oops. So we're going to put Cereba send message. All right. The way that we send messages with Cereba is Cereba had added some custom fields to your HighLevel whenever you set up the integration. That's already done if you've gotten to this point. So what we're looking for is a certain custom field to have changed. So the way that we send messages using Cereba is we have a direct integration with your HighLevel. You already connected your HighLevel account, and anytime a message is being processed, it's going to update a field in HighLevel, which is going to trigger this workflow and then send the message out to the contact. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into add new trigger, and we're going to look for contact changed. And then we're gonna look for our specific field. And we're gonna look for Cereba response has changed. Boom. Now, anytime your Cereba response changes, anytime Cereba has a response for you, which is only when it's coming back from that other workflow, it's going to trigger this workflow to send the message. So we're gonna click save there. And then one last step, we are going to send an SMS message, because that's what we had on the previous workflow. We had the SMS as the reply channel trigger. We're gonna send an SMS back to the contact. We're going to pick a custom value in here, and then we are going to add in Cereba response. Custom field, Cereba response. Boom. And then that is it. So we'll just check that again. Cereba response has changed. We're going to go ahead and publish that and save. Great, so we're almost ready. All we need is one more thing, and that's how we kind of initiate everything. So in Cereba, we give you complete control over who is going to get the messages and who isn't going to get the messages. And the way that we do that is with the Cereba campaign field. So the way you use Cereba campaigns, or the way that you're gonna set up Cereba campaigns, is you're gonna decide, hey, when do I want to send this? When do I want to add AI into my process? For most people, what they do right away is they will add Cereba to their initial lead form. So what they'll do is anytime somebody fills out that lead form, they'll send them a message and they'll say, hey, I saw you filled out my lead form. Are there any questions that I can answer for you right now? Something like that, just to create some engagement right after they fill out the lead form. There's also plenty of other places you can do it. You can do it after they schedule the appointment. You can do it if they ghost the appointment, or if they no-show to an appointment. You can do it if it's been 30 days after you sat with the customer, or after or the contact, or plenty of other use cases that you can use Cereba, but that's a really good starting point. So let's make a pretend one for testing. So I'm going to create a workflow. We're going to do it from scratch. And you can certainly create a test one with me here, or you can just use whatever workflow you actually have live. We'll do an example. So now we just need to add our trigger. For mine, I'm gonna use a survey. Yours might be a form. It might just be contact created if you're getting leads from something else. But for this, we'll use a survey. So we'll look for a survey submitted, and then survey submitted, and then I'll just add a filter. So I'm only looking for the specific survey, and survey is Tim test survey, boom, which is my test survey. Great. Then, your workflow might look something like this. You might have a 1-minute wait step, and in that 1-minute wait step, then after that 1-minute wait step, you have an email that says, hey, thanks for filling out my form. And then you have an SMS message. And this is really going to be the trigger. Hey, thanks for filling out my form. Any questions so far? All right, we're going to create some engagement with them right away. How do I get my contact into Cereba so that it can start receiving these messages? The way that you do that is by using Cereba campaign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the contact at the end here. And I'm going to update the Cereba campaign. And here is where I'm going to put test campaign. Boom. So now, anytime a contact comes through here, they are going to be updated to test campaign. So let's go ahead and publish this. And that's literally all we have to do. You're ready to go with your test campaign. All you do is you're going to click test workflow, and you're going to add your contact to your campaign. Tim test, and you're gonna run your contact through the campaign, and that's it. I should get my text. There it is. Boom. Hey, thanks for filling out my form. Any questions so far? Hi. How long have you been doing this? Boom, and then I should get another response in just a minute here. Boom. Been in the solar energy business for 6 years. Wow, that's pretty exciting. Cool. What about you? How long have you lived in your current home? What an awesome response from Cereba. Cool. So you guys are all set. You can play around with this. You can schedule an appointment right from here. And then, like I said, you're good to go as far as getting everything else set up and turned on. The only thing that you would need to change would be the campaign. So instead of it being test campaign, you're going to change the campaign to whatever you are doing, whatever you're running, right? So for example, instead of it being test campaign, if you want to do it for your new lead campaign, you can just write new lead for the campaign, and then you can add that to your actual lead form, and then you're good to go. If you want to remove the contacts from the campaign at any point, for example, like when they schedule the appointment, all you need to do is remove the campaign from the contact whenever they get to that point. So you guys are all set, you're good to go. Let me know if you have any questions, feel free to reach out if you need anything.